as a climate activist don't also fight for a free Palestine and an end to colonialism and oppression all over the world, then you should not be able to call yourself a climate activist. You cannot claim to fight for climate justice if you ignore the suffering of all colonized and marginalized people today. Stepping out of our comfort zones and demanding an end to this suffering is a question of basic humanity, and we call on everyone to do so. Silence is complicity. You cannot be neutral in a genocide. Even as the world tries to silence us, we will come back every time even louder, because everything is at stake. And none of us are free until everyone is free. No climate justice on occupied land!
In the last century, there were so many colonies colonized by European countries, like United Kingdom had colonies in India, and from here to Africa to even South America, and France has had colonies in many African areas, and then South America. So similarly, all these countries had their colonies, and in those colonies, they were their rulers, and whatever they wanted to do, they do, and they knew it is not their land. So they oppressed the people, the local people who were there, and they exploited them. They exploited their land for their own benefit, and for exploitation, they could use any means. There was no rule which would allow for some kind of humanity, some kind of justice. No, they were barbaric, and even they were engaged in slave trade. So you could see the African black people were slaved and taken to USA, South American countries, even in Asian countries, through trade, and they were enslaved. Their children will be enslaved for life, and whatever their masters would ask them to do, they had to do, because the system was such that there was a law, kind of law, which prohibited the slave people to have their own rights. Only in 1968, the slavery system was abolished in the USA, and before that in many countries. So the countries which were colonized, the people over there always had a movement to get themselves free from these colonial people. So you can see freedom struggle in India, freedom struggle in African countries, freedom struggle in South American countries. So it was, all these things were happening, and after long struggles, all these countries could become free of the colonial people, and now they are governing themselves. They have their own government, they have their own system in place. But now coming to the Israel, you can see most of the world is now free of colonial systems, colonial people. Only Israel is one which is colonized Palestine. Because these people who are living in Israel, the Jews, if they were there before 1948, no, they came from USA, they came from Europe, European countries, and some other parts of the world. And this country, Israel, was pronounced as a country in 1948 through UN resolution backed by United States and European countries. So, if you colonize any place, then you are against the rights of the local people on whose lands you have colonized. So the same is true with people of Palestine. The Palestinian people's rights have been crushed by Israeli forces. They keep bulldozing them and bulldozing their houses. They forcing them to flee to other places, and the condition has become such that the Palestinian people have been pushed into small areas like Gaza Strip and West Bank. And even in Gaza Strip, you can see the northern Gaza area is being evacuated by settlers, the Israeli forces, and now it will be occupied by Israel. So, where are the rights of the people who were living over there? They have been killed, and in last 1 year, more than 45,000 Palestinian people have been killed. For what reason? If the people of Gaza were enemies of Israel, no. The people are never enemies of any country. It may be only hostility between two countries, and the armies of these countries may fight. The government may fight with each other, but not the people. And in the international law says that attacking civilians, killing civilians is not allowed in any kind of war. It is simply injustice, inhuman to do that. But the Israeli forces, you can see, they exactly do that. They kill civilian people. They target civilian people. Because they want them to flee so that the land can be grabbed. Right? So this is happening in Gaza. This is happening in West Bank, and Israel wants to expand to other areas as well. Like Lebanon is a small country, so it is an easy prey. So in the 90s, Israel forces were there inside Lebanon, and South Lebanon was controlled by Israel for a decade. And then again, you can see now the Israeli forces have entered into Lebanon and killing people. More than 2,000 Lebanese have been killed in just last 10 days or so, since Israeli forces have entered into Lebanon areas. So this is not acceptable, and that is why people have to voice, people have to struggle, people have to fight these colonial people. And if Israeli people say where we will go, the answer is they have to go from where they came. They came from USA, they should go to USA. They came from European countries, they should go back to European countries. If they are born in Israel, but their forefathers have been from some other parts of the world, so they should go back to their places, because all of the land today, which is called Israel, belongs to Palestinian people. Before 1948, all this area have been inhabited by Palestinian people. They have been forced to leave. They have been forced to flee. So this is the uh, this is the concern, and now the world is asking Israel to stop war and engage in peaceful talks so that Palestinian people get their rights back. So, United Nations has passed a resolution, but Israel does not accept it. Uh, Many countries are asking for ceasefire, but Israel does not accept it. And inside Israel, the people now they are fed up. So means because of the all the wars, the enemies of Israel are attacking Israel. You can see the Hezbollahs from Lebanon, they are attacking Israel. The Hamas from Gaza Strip, they are attacking Israel. And like Yemen is attacking Israel because Israel does not believe in rights of others, and the government over there, it is a, you can say, a fascist government, because they want to have their own rights, but they do not recognize rights of other people. So the war has been going on and on and on, and then even Iran attacked Israel. So Israeli people are in danger as well now. So thousands of Israeli people are leaving, and the ones who remain over there, they are asking for peace. They are asking for stopping the war. But the Netanyahu government still keeps fighting, and it is not good for Israeli people also, and it is not good for the people in the Middle East. Everybody wants peace, and the world is watching, and there are demonstrations everywhere. Even the Jews are demonstrating against the Israeli state. They are saying Israel should come out of the Palestinian lands, or at least there should be a talk, there should be a peaceful solution. So the situation is very tense in Middle East, and Israel has to come to terms with what the people in the world are asking for. If they do not do that, then it will be a great loss, and even Israel itself will be wiped out, because now you can see France has openly said that they have stopped arms supplies and support to Israel. They are against Israel attacking other countries. Spain, Ireland, Norway, many countries are now openly against Israel, who were earlier supporting Israel. So Netanyahu has to go, and whatever government comes in Israel has to engage in peaceful talks, stop all the wars.